Hey everybody, it's me, Hannah. You probably all know. um, our dear friend Marissa inspired us to do a little background on ourselves, and I moved the camera this close because I make really weird gestures with my hands. So I don't want to freak everybody out. But as you can tell, and in one of our other videos, I recently got my hair dyed, like this morning. Never been a redhead before. Kinda, kinda like it. Anyways, um. So, background. One day I was born. It was crazy. It was on July 14th in 1995, which I don't care that people know that because it's my birthday. Um, it was a great day. I was born in Texas. So I'm a Texan. Giddy up, y'all, kind of thing. Um, Sometimes I have like a southerny twang to my voice. It's like Valley Girl meets Southern collided with some Floridian in there. But yeah. Um, My parents split up when I was 3, which is alright with me because I'd rather have like two happy families than one unhappy family. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, divorce, I hate it, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you know what? It happens. I'm not, like, my plan is not to get divorced, kind of thing, because I want to break that generational thing. But I understand. But I just chose not to be bitter about it. Like, kids with divorced parents, what happened between them is their issue. Don't judge them for what they did to the other parent. Like, have your own relationship. It's just a little bit of advice. I grew up military, like my whole life. Total military girl. Um, yeah, by the time I was 12, I lived in 16 different houses, and I'm currently in my 17th house. So I've lived all over the place, like everywhere. I lived in Japan for 3 years at one time. That was fantastic. I loved it. No, I cannot speak Japanese. My stepdad can, but I cannot. I used to know some words, like enough to save my life, kind of a thing. But now I'm like, domo arigato, Mr. Roboto, kind of thing. Like not much at all. Um, Japan is fantastic, by the way. Great place to go visit. Um, so I never really lived, I still to this day have never lived in the same house for more than 3 years. And it's kind of hard, but I can make friends really easy now. Like when you move all the time, you just have to adapt like that. But it's also hard because like you move and then you like move away from like your friends and you're just like, And, like 3 years is like the perfect amount of time to just get so close to somebody and then just, and then it's all gone. But I try and keep in touch with my old friends. I'm settled now because uh, we're retired military now, so we've been in the same area for like 7 years ish. I don't know. I'd have to do the math, but I'm on spring break, so I don't want to. Um, but the town that I live in right now, this summer will be my 5th year. So kind of a long time. Still haven't lived in a house for 3 years though. Um, Almost. I'm getting really close. But when I first moved here, I moved right across the street from my dear friend Kayla. So we've been like best friends for almost 5 years now. Which is great. Like she's amazing, wonderful. I'd be lost without her. Of course we've had our fights, but what good friends don't? Um, I was raised in the church, kind of a thing. Assemblies of God. I don't claim a denomination right now. I actually refuse to claim a denomination because I think that just gets too messy. Like, oh, well, I'm not going to be friends with you because you're this denomination and you guys believe this. And I think everybody has a piece of the puzzle of Christianity, and we just can't really say, so I don't claim a denomination. But the church that I grew up in were pretty religious, and I don't like religion at all. I know that sounds weird. I love Jesus with all my heart. Like, you guys have probably seen the videos about, like, why I love Jesus but hate religion. Like, that guy is like Mahomes. Like, seriously, I completely agree with him. Um, I actually don't even go to church right now. I do my own feeding time, devotion stuff with my family, and I mean, we're definitely getting spiritually fed for sure. Jesus is number one in my life. Like he's everything. um, So I've evolved a lot from my old faith because my old faith was just performance oriented. It was about being the perfect Christian and you got to do this and you got to do that, and that's not what God's about at all. I mean, it's about love, which a lot of the churches that I went to didn't have that. Not saying every single church, but I just got to the point that I couldn't handle that anymore. So I was just like, all right, I'm taking a break. I still go to church sometimes, but God's not, you don't have to be within four walls to serve God. And I believe in fellowship and stuff. And some of you people are probably like, oh my gosh, why does she keep rambling about God and religion and click and I'm not watching this, which is fine if that's what you want to do, but this is me. Like, this is my background. This is who I am. Um, so one time when I was like, I guess 4 years ago, I watched this movie and it's called Finger of God, and it completely changed my life. And that's when I decided not to be religious anymore, and that I was going to be all about love because God is love. God is not an angry God. Um, so now I'm one of those people that you would consider a freak, like a Jesus freak, which call me what you want. That's fine. I I actually would love to be called a Jesus freak. um, I'm the kind of girl who I go walking down the street and see a guy in a wheelchair and I pray for him to get healed right away, immediately. And I literally have seen crazy stuff like that, and people are like, that's witchcraft and blah blah blah. But to me, it's not. It's God. It's in the Bible. It happens today still. That's where that's what I believe. I mean, I've been healed before, like spontaneously. I've seen it so many times, I can't deny it anymore. Like that stuff happens. It doesn't happen a lot here in America because everybody relies on medicine. And I don't take any medicine. Like I won't take medicine. Like, oh, my head hurts so bad. She's like, take some aspirin. I'm like, no, I can't take medicine. Not that I can't. I just choose not to because I just don't. It's not me. I don't like taking medicine at all. If I'm like dying on my deathbed, kind of thing, and the doctor's like, you need some medicine, I'd be like, fine, pray for me first, and then give me medicine, kind of a thing. But like if you went to Africa and stuff, like people get healed there all the time. China, like supernatural exists, just it's not super apparent in America. It is to me. I see it happen all over. Um, so that's kind of where my faith is today. As soon as I graduate high school, I'm going to a 2-year non-accredited ministry school. Actually, these next my last 2 years of high school, I'm going to a night ministry school, like 2 weekdays a night, 2 nights a week. Yeah. And it's a ministry school, so it's kind of everything. And one day I'm going to be an outreach minister working with people deemed unlovable because I don't think anybody's unlovable. Like homeless people, like every time I'm walking down the street or driving in the big city near me, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's a homeless person in my heart. I just want to get out and hug them. Like that's who I am. Like especially with like youth too, like youth or children, like they mean everything to me. So there's that. Kind of want to go into fashion to fund my ministry, but I'm not 100% sure. Um, kind of my background thing. Yeah. Well, I got another background is I'm not dating till I'm 18. Well, I won't date anyways. I'll be courted whenever, you know, it's time, which will be 18 years old. Um, I've had 2 boyfriends before and I hated it. Not hated it, but it just didn't work out. So, um, I decided to wait till I'm 18. Just saying. Yeah. Um, and then sorry, Kayla just walked in. um, So kind of things that I like would for like music, like Jesus culture, Hillsong. Pretty much, I really like not only listen to Christian music, but on my iPod there's like Christian and jazz. That's like it. With my friends, I obviously listen to a lot of other stuff, like the radio, which is nice because it's not that bad on the radio. A lot of hip hop, dubstep, like techno, dubstep. I love. I actually just learned what dubstep. I mean, I knew what kind of music it was. I just didn't know that it was called dubstep. till my awesome British friend told me. So you're thinking, okay, just kidding. It didn't. It was like went all black, but now it's back. But you didn't know that, but now you do. So the arts, I'm pretty well rounded in the art. I don't really like shine at one thing, I would think. My friends tell me dancing, but it's like my best. I don't know though, but I'm okay at singing and I'm alright at art, like arty art. Um, I'm alright at photography and I love dancing with all my heart. Like I'm constantly dancing all the time, even if there's no music. Just in Walmart, like I'm dancing in Walmart. There's no music. Okay, kind of thing. And then people. Oh my goodness, I love people. People are amazing. I don't care what kind of person you are. You're just loved by me and him. And by him, I mean God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, Trinity thing. Um, I don't really know what else to say. Yeah, I think that's it. So there's my super long background for all of you to know. I mean, I guess I could tell you a little like strange facts. Like my favorite color is gray. Yeah, it's like gray. Like it's amazing. It's beautiful to me, and I love it with all my heart. So much. I'm deathly afraid of swimming in lakes. They scare the crap out of me, and I've tried to get over the fear like so many times, but it's just so scary because you don't see what's around you, and I don't like that. Every time I go through a change in my life, I dye my hair a different color. I mean, I've had blue tips before. I've had black and orange hair before. Like, I've really done everything. I had like platinum blonde before, which made me look really tan, which was super cool. Except for whenever my roots grew out, then I looked like a hillbilly. So, um, I like food. Sushi's my favorite kind of food. Like, I adore it with all my heart. Like, oh my goodness, I could eat a whole like party boat just all by myself. Mad obsessed with Captain America, which I said in another video, but like I'm not even joking. Like I am. I hate diamonds. I love pearls with all my heart. Not pink pearls though, because they're just gross. Um, yeah, that's kind of it. Kind of vintagey. My fashion is vintage, and I go to Christian conferences like all the time, at least like 5 a year, because that's what I do. I'm a concert kind of girl. Always at a concert. Most time, except for during the school year, kind of dies down a little, which is like most of the year, so that really doesn't make sense. But okay, yeah, okay, I'd say that's about it. So, toodles. Wait, hold on, let me find the mouse. Where'd it go? There it is, found it. Okay, now toodles.